Hello, guys. Thank you again for joining me. We we're discussing an important topic. This wherever you're joining me from, you're welcome. And let's discuss this topic. And we are asking the question: why is your business always running out of money? Yes, despite the fact that you are doing a lot of sales. And so, having been working with businesses, one of the things I've discovered is that there are so many things that businesses do that cause them to suffer from liquidity issues. Not necessarily because they're not selling, they don't have enough inventory, not necessarily because they don't make enough sales, but this video will tell you exactly what these businesses are doing wrong. And so, thanks for joining. Like, share, and also comment so that it becomes a conversation. Our objective is to empower businesses. Our objective is to bring the knowledge that is needed to succeed in the business world. And one of the things we believe particularly is that business plus technology equals to, and that people plus technology is equals to business excellence. And that is exactly what I seek to achieve with you in this video to bring a dimension. Now, these are the statistics you need to understand. And this is very painful because that's the truth. You can have sales and still be broke. And the reason is very simple. Small businesses do not track their expenses, or they do so manually. Before I navigated to use a system, that was a common challenge. I think we have piles of books that we used to write expenses. In most cases, we don't even write some. And so statistics have shown that 7 in 10, that's around 70% of businesses track their expenses manually. Now, the problem is not that they're tracking manually. That's not really where the problem is. The problem is that because they're tracking the business's expenses and doing some of these things manually, it leads to other complications. And so statistics shows that 43% of businesses or small business failure are caused by what? Poor expense tracking and cash leakages. Are you running a supermarket? Are you running a retail store? Are you running a phone shop? What kind of business are you doing? Now, the business will still be operational. There's no problem about that. The business will still be paying your rents, paying your customer, maybe saving your customers, but the business is gradually dying, or at best, not growing. And so it is reported that more than 2 million francs CFA is lost on average for small, medium-sized businesses that do not track their payments. So a lot of money, maybe they forget and they only think of it. They don't have reminders. There's no commitment between them and their suppliers and things like that. And so that results to huge losses. But what is the good news? For those that track the expenses, they're 3 times more profit, more likely to make profits. So if a business that is tracking its stock and making sure that its expenses are registered in a software rather than using pen and paper, is 3 times more likely to be profitable compared to those that don't. And I believe that is where this video or this discussion become interesting, because you don't just want to be in a business just barely surviving. The objective of being a business is to see how that business grows over time. And for you to see that the business grows over time, you must deliberately choose to look for tools that will enhance the business. Is it in terms of people? Is it in terms of technology? Is it in terms of systems? Because you must think in terms of system if you intend to grow. Yes, you started the business with few workers, you were already cutting pen and paper, or you're managing your customers pen and paper on WhatsApp and the rest. But then it becomes a little bit challenging over time to continue using such an approach. It hampers your growth. And many small businesses say we don't want a software because we are not big to have a software. But on the other hand, you also see that you are not able to get to grow because you don't have a system that helps you to, that enhances your performance, that brings transparent coordination, that brings workflow coordination, that enables better working conditions without necessary increasing costs, but that workers, there is a clear communication between each department and another. So that is the issue that we are looking at. Now, there are some key reasons why at the end of the month, what happens? Money seems to have disappeared. Why? There's no expense tracking. Every small cost, transport, data, supplier, repairs, I think for me, I always go back to how much I spend on mobile data. Yes, I have Wi-Fi and so on, but I still spend a lot of money. You may not track that. And so it seems as nothing is happening, but if you start tracking, you will see where money goes, where this money that is coming in is going to. So it is important for you to track every penny that enters you. Now, another thing is unpaid bills pile up. Basically, there are moments that when you fail to track your expenses, fail to manage a system, you see that your business start gradually getting into a state of unable to pay its overdue. And this comes with other maybe charges, depending on the settings. And much more because you are not tracking your expenses and you're spending anyhow. You are not tracking your inventory and it's going out and you are not aware. The issue now compounds to other issues that you are unable to make payments accordingly. And so, for you to have money at the end of the month, you must be able to do what? To ensure that stocks account is reliable. Purchase goods and you have to track the selling, know exactly how much you're making per item and how much you're making per every sales that you are doing. Is very, very important. You have to see your gross margins, you have to see your net profits, and all of this should come real time, not at the end of the month. If you bought something and you're selling it, you should be able to know your profits, you know your overall profit, you know it, and so on and so forth, with your reports real time. So it's important for you to see that. Now, in order to solve this problem, we started thinking of how can we solve the problem. We started with helping ourselves. So we built Solafide or harder accounting. Now, a bit about Solafide or harder accounting, simply put, is one app that takes control of your money. It takes control of your people. It takes control of your processes. And so we're talking about ability to track every penny that comes in terms of sales and leaves the company, in terms of expenses or any purchases that you are doing. You are able to issue purchase orders. You are able to generate payrolls. You are able to track attendance. You are able to. So everything is a whole, just a package that we bring to you. And the most interesting part, which is where the whole journey began, it is that this is the only system, or this is the first system that is purely Ohada based. And so if you are running your business within the 17 Ohada member countries, by default, this is a system that gives you what? An advantage over your competition who are struggling with QuickBooks, who are struggling with SASH, who are struggling with other systems. And why is this so? Now, you're able to have your real-time compliance reports. Every transactions you do, every recording, whether it's an expense or a bill payment or a sale, flows directly into the appropriate class of account. Sales and revenue, class 7, expenses, class 6, all money, banking, and the rest, class 5. And you can continue to check even inventory, class 3, assets, class 2, and what have you. Third party, class 4, like class 4, we have customers, suppliers, and all of that. You're able to. And then your capital, class 1. So the system handles this to you for you. And so what Solafide offers is an expense management, a supplier relationship control, an inventory tracking real time, reports generated, income statement, balance sheet, cash position real time. The POS helps you to be able to sell and customer records, supplier records in real time. And this gives you a lot of power. Now, if you want to do a recordings with Solafide, basically you have to go to the website app.solafideonline.com and you create your account, or you go to the website to study more, solafideonline.com, and you are able to create an entity on a go. Once you have done that, you have to now start your expense management by adding your expenses. And because this is based on order, all your expenses are automatically loaded. So which means we have the default class 6 and its expenses for you to be able to record. We have expense categories. You can categorize your expenses depending on what you want. And then you can also program recurrent payments. And you can generate your expense report and many others. So it's so easy. What about bills? It's the same approach. And so with these systems, what we know and we are confident having been working is that if you want to succeed, then you must stop from observing these issues. If you don't know what is running low in your business or in your inventory, for instance, which products are almost getting to, and in the course of selling with system, you just see this product is low, out of stock, it may not even feature, expired, you see it in real time. You sell items as a loss without knowing. No, with this system, you cannot sell. If you want to sell anything below the cost price, the system notify you. You can decide, maybe it's promotion, right? As things are getting to, a customer arrives and stock is finished. No, you will not be surprised that stock is finished. Stock should be finished. Not that you are aware. If there are other reasons why, but not that you are not aware that this thing is finished. There are notifications, right? You don't need to calculate profits at the end of the day. Each day, you are able to have a quick report, whether it's balance sheet or income statement, to see. So you don't need to get to the end of the period, 6 months, quarter, end of the year. No, daily. And self goes unnoticed when there is no system. So how is Solafide a solution to this? Inventory management, you manage your products, you set reorder points for each product, you enable quantity tracking on each product, you are able to generate your purchase orders and convert them to bills, and at the end of the day, have your good receipts, and you can run your stock report at any time without necessarily saying you want to have, if you have irregularities or you want to come and do stock reconciliation, the module is readily available for you. Now, with stock tracking, what you do is that you always know the level of stock at any point. You have reordered alerts that tells you that this product is getting low. You have know your profits and losses are mitigated, or you can easily know what happened because there is audit trail. Every action is taken, who did it, when and how. What was done, who did it, when was it done, right? And whether it was a sale, whether it was a stocks transaction, whether it was a purchase order, whether it was a payment, whether it was, that is information is collected and given to you real time. So in this, we are trying to help you, and not only, it's not even about helping, we are empowering businesses to be profitable, to go digital. And again, we simply believe that technology plus people who are empowered to use the technology leads to organizational excellence. We can't keep complaining. We can't keep depending on softwares that are not, they don't understand our language. So we have to use something that is peculiar to us. Now, to see the demo of this video, we'll have to just demonstrate so you can see. So I will show you exactly what we do as Solafide is. So let me share my screen again so that you can see. So again, when you log into the system, just as a quick overview, let's say you log into Solafide. Here we have your entity dashboard. If you are new here, you'll be seeing it for the first time, but you're already here. Then you would have seen this entity dashboard and you're able to go through. So this is our list of invoices in the system. And so we have them ready for you to go, and you can come at any time, pick up an invoice and see the details about invoice, who generated it, has it been fully paid or partially paid, and things like that. So this is the dashboard. On the sidebar, we have quick action, covers bill purchase orders and the rest. And so we started talking about purchase order. So I can just come to purchase order and I click. Now with purchase order, I'm able to now move on and purchase whatever. I come here, I issue a purchase order. Now my purchase order, I need to have a supplier. So I can click here to add a supplier. I can add a supplier, let's say, bar for the or something like that. Put the email and this, you track this. So subsequently, you don't have to suffer as that is concerned. Now, you can now go on to select your products, whatever product you want to. So we already have products. I've shown you how to select products, but since we already have products in the system, I don't need to go through that process for now. In the next video, we'll take you through. So I select my supplier, potential supplier, so to say, because a purchase order may not necessarily be that you have decided who you're buying from. So you want to buy, it comes up with products. If there's quantity, there's no quantity that is indicated. For instance, here, this is almost finished. I want to purchase about 10. I come here again. Maybe what do I want to buy again? If I don't know the name, try to search. And so this one is finished. I want to buy 5. If I have to add taxation, I can ask. If I have a title for it, fine. Reference number, I can input. Date of delivery, I can still put it. And so I'm able to add tax to it. I can add taxation. And I can add discount, whether check discount or cash discount. The system handles that. And so here I have print, save and new. When you want to save and maybe do another one, save and create a bill, or save as draft. So let's take save as draft first. So we take save as draft. Take save as draft. So we have it saved. And now, if you are in a big organization, there's a workflow that you have to follow. So at this particular stage, our invoice is saved as our purchase order is saved as a draft, and we can review it. So it has been reviewed and we can approve it. Now remember, a purchase order is not a bill, so this will not affect your accounting. What affects your accounting is a bill. So we have done the review, and because we have done the review, what happens is that a bill is automatically generated to facilitate your process. So we have our bill automatically generated. I can come here, since I've already approved, which means the customer has approved, or our supplier is in accordance with the price and every other thing, the quantity. So I can come now. I want to receive. Now you may want to receive complete, or you want to receive partially. It all depends on you. So let's say we will just click receive. Once you click receive, this UI comes up. And the essence of the UI is to enable you decide a few things. Are you receiving everything? If you're receiving everything, you can come here and say, okay, all. So you don't need to change anything. But let's say we are receiving 7. Here we are receiving 2. So this is what we are receiving. Do you have any serial number or lot number to input? If this product expires, when? You may add in terms of maybe I'll say 5 days. So the system will track for me that I'm buying this thing today and it expires 5 days from now. So from this day, it will start indicating. During selling, I will see that this product expires in 5 days. Maybe this one expires in 90 days. I'll put that, they will calculate and give me when it expire. I can validate this purchase order. Yes, that is successful. And you come here, they will indicate to you that we have received. Yes, this one we are receiving. Let me see. We did not receive. It means there might be okay. This is our goods receive. It has been generated. We can go to it and see this is our good receive, showing us what we ordered, the variance. So we ordered for this. This is different from we ordered 5 and we received 2. We ordered 10 and we received. So this is a document that helps you track whatever is happening. You can export it and it will still help you. So that's our good receive report. And we have our bill. So you see that these documents are generated for you automatically. So you don't have to. So this is our bill, which will now enable us to pay. And here is a draft state. I can review it. So send for review. I can approve it. So review and approved. And if you have to edit, you must send it back to draft. And so you can do your editing. So the bill has been approved. Now with the bill approved, what do you have to do? You can now make payment. Payment can be part. Maybe I take half and I choose which payment method. I want to use bank. So I choose bank. I want to pay using bank. So I click here. If I have money, that payment should go through. So payment successful. These documents, you can export them. If you so, yes, you can export, you can store. And so this is our PDF with that information. Yes. So this is our purchase bill with every detail of what we ordered. Now, remember, this will still present how much we ordered, but our goods received is indicating the quantity that we actually ordered. And you come here, you see that the payment, as we have paid this amount and there's still a balance due. So that's why we see this green line indicating the percentage of the payment that has been done. Now, why this is happening, if we go to our inventory, we see that our inventory has increased due to our actions. Now, let's say, but then we can go to reports. This is our accounting reports, and you can just click here, engage, maybe whether you want your balance sheet or your trial balance. And so, or you want to export your DSF. Now, this may come at the end of the year or a period, or you want to extract. So this is my balance sheet that's loading, trial balance that's loading. I already have the trial balance. Now I have lots of transactions. And so this is my trial balance and everything. You can export it as well into PDF and see it. So I can export it. So this is your trial balance now and this balance. So we can go back to your balance sheet. You have your balance sheet based on order, stock, customer order debts that are there. We see cash movement. And if you come here, this is a profit amount brought forth so that we can, and so everything seems okay. Now you can also take details side by side, maybe present, you want to see multiple years, 2 years comparison, it was previous year. And you can also present in different currencies. You want to present side by side multiple currencies, the system gives you that flexibility. You want to choose a period, you can choose this year, or you can choose any other. It all really depends on you. Now, without going into, in order not for our video to be very long, we'll look at the expenses vividly. Now, this is our expense. We have our expense dashboard here. So we have our bills, we have recent bill. We have our reports, we have expense claim. What's expense claim? If an employee or staff in the organization spends some money on the behalf of the company, you need to come and do that. We also have expense requisition. If a staff wants to go and spend money, maybe you should first make a requisition so that it is approved. Now, requisition must not necessarily mean that you want to spend your money, but that to buy something, you have to present that this thing, okay, department says, okay, we don't have this. They will need to go into the system and issue their requisition form. Let me just open here so that we can see it. This is a requisition form. If you come to, you'll be able to create it. What is field? Maybe product category or expense category, the name of the staff that is there, the amount, what you want to buy, maybe who you want to buy, purpose of buying. You can do that. So if you come back here, where are we? Okay, that's under expense. We equally have payments, expense payment. This way expenses are paid. You reach out all your expenses here. We have recurrent expenses, and this way you enter new expenses. So basically, that is a quick overview. And in this video, we explain why businesses still struggle with that because even though they're selling and making money, we saw that there are some factors. You don't track your expenses. There are overdue suppliers and maybe stock leakages and many others. So how can you prevent that? Maybe by using a software or a system that coordinates all activities. So if you find this video interesting, if you learn anything new in this video, I would like you to like, share, and comment. And most importantly, subscribe so that we become a community. We are building a community, a Solafide or other accounting community or Solafide community where we learn together, we share, and if you ask questions, I could easily come and or any of the community members could provide answers, but I'm there to share with you. So until then, see you in our next live video. Bye-bye for now.